Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Code with Santosh. In this chapter we are going to learn about the heading, paragraph text and span. So mostly in the website we can see that there are so many heading tags and paragraph content are there. So mostly we try to write headings and paragraph text in a content based website. So we will try to learn here how do we need to use heading and paragraph text. So let me try to write one heading tag. So I will write H1 and I will copy this code here. So this one is our H1 tag. So let me tell you that there are 6 heading tags available in HTML, which we can use. So these tags are H1 tag. Let me paste them 6 times. So there are H1 tag, then H2 tag, there is H3, there is H4 tag, there is H5 tag, and there is H6 tag. So these are 6 tags which we can use for the headings. Okay. So let me describe this H1 tag. So this is a this is a opening tag for H1 and this is a closing tag. So we always need to close the heading tags. You can see that all the heading tags have these closing tags. Okay. So you always need to close the heading tags. Suppose if you forget to close this heading tags, suppose H1, then it will behave same way, same H1 tag for these items as well because there is no closing tag. So here we can see that H2 tag is closing. So all these contents will be in H1 tag. Okay. So this is about the opening and closing tag. Here you can write any class. Suppose I am writing heading 1. So this is the class. You can name it according to your requirement. Okay. Let me close this H1 tag as well. Okay. This is heading tag. Okay. So one more thing I want to tell you about this tag, that H1 tag we normally use only once in a page. Okay. So H1 tag cannot be used randomly all over the page. We try to use H1 tag at only once. Okay. Because whenever your website is crawled by any search engine, it tries to find the H1 tag. So H1 tag is basically used for SEO, search engine optimization, but we won't discuss much about SEO part for the time being in this video, but I just want to tell you that H1 tag should be used only once in a page. Okay. For all other these tags, you can use multiple times. Okay. And there is no specific order that we only use H1 tag first, then we can use H2 tag, then we can use H3 tag. That is not important. Even you can use H6 tag on the banner and H1 tag in the footer section. This is totally based on your requirement. Okay. One more thing I just want to add here, that for H1 tag we try to keep the heading as the biggest heading in your web page. Suppose there is a biggest heading in your in your page, that heading we try to use H1 tag for that. Okay. For second largest font size heading, we use H2. Same way we are decreasing the size of font based on this heading. So the smallest heading will be in H6 tag. This is a normal way of coding. for HTML. Okay. So this is about heading tag. You can use classes here, and it always need to close the tag. So this is about the heading tag. Okay, so there are only 6 ways of writing the heading. And next will be the paragraph text. Let me write something in p tag. For paragraph tag, we describe as p. It has also opening and closing tags. Okay, let me copy this text and paste it here. Okay, this is our p tag, and in p tag we have written this text. Let me try to save this page and run on a browser. Mm, Let me open it in a browser. So this is our heading tag. So this one is H1, this one is H2, this one is H3, H4, H5, H6, and this text is in our normal P tags. It means paragraph text. So we normally use these headings and paragraph text. We also use some other text formats like ULLI, it means list items. So we will discuss list items in our later videos, but for the time being we are only discussing this heading tag and this paragraph tag. Okay, let me try to write some span tag as well. So this is span, and I am closing here the span tag. So span tag is also very popular and very useful tag. Okay, so span tag normally, like, let me tell you the difference between this headings, paragraph, and span tag. So I have not discussed about the block element and inline element. So what is block element and what is inline element? It is important to describe these two items before we go to into the difference of paragraph, heading, and span tag. So let me describe about the inline element and block element. What is inline element? Inline element means the whole, like this one. You can see this is paragraph tag and this is span tag. So these two items will be together in a single line. It means inline. Okay. So inline means all these items will be in single line. They will be together. Where this paragraph is ending, this space after this text along will start. Okay, there is, but for these items like heading or paragraph text, you can see in browser they are coming into their separate lines. So this text is in one line, this h2 tag is in coming in another line. Okay, but for a span tag, they will come into this line. So let me try to save this and run in the browser. So you can see that red text is written in span. So they are coming together into a single line. They are just coming with this paragraph text, this paragraph word along with this text along. Okay. So they are coming in a single line. This thing is known as inline element and they are coming into their separate lines. These elements are known as block elements. Clear? So this is the basic difference between inline and block elements. This question is very much asked in interviews. So it is better to understand that what is block element and what is inline element so that you can answer it properly in your interview as well. Okay. So this is about the block and inline element. So span is a inline element, but these headings, paragraphs are block elements. Okay. So this is about the span. And one more thing I just want to add here. So suppose this span text we have kept in red. So I have defined this in, let me go to the bottom. of this page. So here you can see that our span tag I have defined in CSS using red. So don't worry about this. We have not started learning CSS for the time being. So you might be not aware of these things. So we will discuss this in our upcoming videos. That for the time being, I just want to tell you that this is a span and we have defined its color as red. So we can see that here in red color. Okay, so suppose there is in step, let me try to copy this paragraph and try to paste it again. So here in the paragraph, we have this text in red, but in the same paragraph text, like just this is also p tag, it means paragraph text, and this is also p tag. But I want to just keep this text in blue rather than in red. Okay, so how do we do so? Because we have defined the default CSS for a span which has color as red. So I can simply add class here. So it will be, let me add a class COLOUR blue color. Okay, let me try to save this. I have added this class in our CSS so that you can identify the difference between two. So here you can see that this span was in red but this span is in blue. So you have it might be possible that in heading you can add span, so there the color will be different or the font family will be different or the font size will be different or any styling will be different. So suppose font size is same but the color is different. So that you can use the span and along with the span you can add its color so that it is different than this particular element. So in this way you can add and differentiate between normal thing. Like this normal span contains this, but this span class contains this. So you can simply try to add this is in this part as well. Okay, let me save this and you can see that this text along also became blue in the heading tag. So this span works everywhere in the text content. Okay, wherever is there is text content you can use this thing, and this is inline element, so it is not going to break into another line. Okay, so this is all about the paragraph text, heading tag and span tag. So if you have any question regarding these items, you can write in comment section and I will try to answer these questions. Okay, that's all for this video. Before moving forward, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. It will give me a huge motivation to create such videos. Thanks for watching. I will meet you in our next chapter. Bye bye.